All right, does everybody got their toys? Star Wars Day? Yep, I'm wearing my Darth Vader.
That looks retro. That's very cool.
Oh yeah, dude. I actually, if you open up my drawer, it's mostly all Star Wars shirts because I really don't care. I mean, I really don't have a lot of nice clothes. I got like that one black button-up shirt. That's about it. I don't have attractive clothes, you know. So, guys, today is May the 4th. Now, it becomes a Star Wars kind of a holiday. May the Force be with you. And what came out today, you know, sometimes Star Wars will give you a little something, like a little trailer or something. Well, they played a full trailer today. If you guys haven't seen it, of Obi-Wan Kenobi, and of course we can't play trailers because especially Disney would, our show would be shut down before it even started. But yeah. I'm watching that trailer and oh fucking god, to me it looks great. I mean, there's a line in there when Obi-Wan was talking to God damn it, Uncle Owen. And Uncle Owen like did a shot down to him, like, yeah, like the way you train the way you train Anakin. I mean, it's just like yeah, you want to train Luke, but look what you did with Anakin. I mean, it was like, wow, that's cool. I mean, Uncle Owen looks like a badass in the trailer. I mean, I know he's not the main star of it, but the whole thing looks cool. And then at the end, the Darth Vader, the little square that comes in, that breathing. Man, I can't wait for the series. Only thing is, I hate it. It's only 6 episodes, and that's it. And I hope that it's not like 30 minutes or 40 minutes. Come on, please give me at least an hour because I want to see this thing. I mean, I want to see this second fight. The second fight between him and Darth Vader. Because I told every motherfuckers for the last 5 or 10 fucking years, no, there had to be another fight. And there's not. No. I go, like, they had to be another fight. I go, do you guys not remember Return of the Jedi when Luke turned himself in and was trying to turn his dad back to the good side? And then Darth Vader said, Obi-Wan once thought you did. Well, fuck, he wasn't Darth Vader when the last time Obi-Wan saw him in Revenge of the Sith. He was Anakin. Fuck, he thought Anakin was dead. So if Obi-Wan thought once as he did, that means he had to go out and seek him out again, try to bring his friend back. He was captured, I don't know, but looks like they're going to do that in this series, and it makes perfectly freaking good sense. Man, I hope it's good. I mean, I hope it's good. But
I'm just so excited to have Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor back together. It's a dream come true. I saw some article today saying that Darth Vader and Hayden Christensen are going to continue even after this series too. So I'm really pumped.
Oh, there's a story that went out that Obi-Wan has asked Disney he wants another season. See, limited, and now when they hear limited series, the only thing a limited series mean, people, when you hear limited series means this season, this storyline has an ending. So technically they can have other season. It just means there is an ending to this season where a regular show season goes on until it's the final season. So when you hear limited, it does not mean it could be the last. You know, hit shows means money. And things come back. But I got to tell you guys real quick. I just binged the last 2-3 days. You know, sometimes, you know, it's hard to catch up on all these shows. And one of my favorite shows has, in the last 5-7 years, has been The Last Kingdom on freaking Netflix. And this 5th season is the final season. They said that. And that's rare for Netflix. Usually Netflix, your show's canceled. So they actually got to have a last season. And a lot of shows, great shows, last season did not live up to what you thought it was going to be. You know, or the season ending last episode did not live what you thought it was going to be. Kind of like Game of Thrones last season, when they went from like 8-10 episodes down to 6 for a final one, you saw the cracks where it needed to have 8 to 9 episodes because everything was rushed. Great battle scenes in fucking Games of Thrones, but you could tell that it needed those 2 extra episodes to flush out the story a little longer. But they crushed it down, right? This one, The Last Kingdom, they averaged 8 episodes a season, but this last one, they did 10. They let them write out the whole story, and let me tell you guys, wow, it was, oh my God. I mean, to the final fucking episode, they delivered. I was like, fuck yeah, my wife, we were like, I mean, they fucking delivered. If you guys haven't seen The Last Kingdom, it's really good. It's a basic story where a kid who was born in Saxon, England. There's a battle against the Danes, and he gets basically captured by the Danes. And he was raised by the Danes. So he was raised by the enemy, but he's always been a Saxon. And then, of course, the Danes got destroyed by fighting each other, and he comes back to the Saxons. So he had he's a Saxon, but he's actually a Dane. So he's like actually both. In this final season, it all came together. Wow. And I'm like, they fucking nailed it. I mean, there was no slack off. You could say this is probably the best season of them all watching this. I don't get excited. A lot of last seasons are not that good. I mean, I love Lost, but the last season wasn't what I thought it was going to be, kind of. Maybe because they went too many seasons. Maybe they should have. They shrunk that, kind of like The Walking Dead. They kind of went. I watched The Walking Dead, but it's not the same. They're going too long. They should have ended it like 5-6 seasons ago when they had all the main actors and wrote an ending, a true ending. Now you don't have Rick. You only got 2 original people from the beginning. I mean, it's, guys know what I mean? The Last Kingdom, guys. I'm telling you, man. I finished it last night, and I was stayed up to midnight, and I was like, oh my God, the last fucking episode. Wow.
And you said there's fantasy and stuff and gods and that kind of lore aspect.
There's there's no there's magic in it. There's witches in it that has powers in this, but there's not monsters. Actually, The Last Kingdom is based on the period when England was trying to take over everything. So it's based on the real times. It's just the story is kind of made up where the king wanted all land to be one kingdom. And the whole story is about him, about the kingdoms trying to beat all, and where this king is just, he's a dumb shit. It's hard to explain it if you guys haven't watched it, where in this last episode, fuck yeah, Uhtred, my boy. Right on, and I don't want to spoil nothing. Spooky wrote, it's great. I know. And they nailed it, man. They fucking nailed the last season. That's the hardest thing to do, is to nail. And how is this related to Star Wars? Well, there's a lot of ways it's related to Star Wars, because if you think about it, the true story of it is, that's not sugarcoated. The United Kingdom wanted to take over the world. England wanted to be the ultimate. Come on, they tried to take over America. The UK were the evil empire in the past. They tried to take over everything. It's about power. King wanted to be one king, want everybody to worship him, pay them taxes. If you look at Germany trying to take over the world, you look at America. We took this country from the Native Americans. And you can say we took it from the good people from Mexico. We took a lot of their land. So the whole world is about taking over land. What is Star Wars about? Well, they go a step further. They're taking over planets. They're taking over. You want our protection? You're going to be under us. So there's a lot of connections and a lot of this. And if you guys remember, the first Star Wars, there's a reason why they had the Nazis looking like outfits, because George Lucas wanted to show a Nazi type regime in Star Wars.
BF Bud said, green is his icy flavor. I just want to show off that these are Powerade ices. And Powerade should sponsor me. They saw the Yeti Bars commercial, me out in the swamp eating some ices. That's quality. And I would love a green one too.
And people in the chat, I don't do this very often, but once in a while, I'll put the StreamYard in the chat. So if people want to come up here and talk to us, Star Wars, anything nerdy, that come here and talk. I mean, today's the show that's laid back. People are allowed to come in, but if you're going to come and be a jackass, of course I'll throw you out. But I mean, that's what it is. Now, I'm going to show you guys something that I'm sad about. That the other day I got my Thursday pass for Star Wars for the Star Wars celebration on a Thursday for in Anaheim. I can't go. There's just no way. There's no financially way I could go. And the reason I have these, I actually bought these 3 years ago when they were going to have it 3 years ago before the sickness happened. And, we had it all planned, had the hotel, had everything, right? So, of course, it got rescheduled. And for whatever reason, I thought it was rescheduled to 2023. So I never requested a refund. Now the refund part's over. So, and, it's not sold out. So I still got 2 passes. So I don't know, Connor, maybe one day I should have a contest, right? Whoever lives in California, maybe you can win these from me and I'll send it to you, because if you buy these right now, I know last time I looked, each ticket's $75.
Wow.
Plus, and of course, plus taxes. And of course, when I bought it, believe it or not, when I bought these 3 years ago, it was $45. I'm serious. Yes. I'm serious. But now you buy it, $75. And that's just in 3 years. That's almost doubled. Almost, right? 45 to 75. That's an extra $30. Man, right. It's
that's a good deal though. $45 for a Star Wars convention. That was a deal of a lifetime. But man, the Anaheim Angels were not in your outfield today.
They have different prices for depending on the day you want. Thursday, Friday, and the weekends cost more. I wanted to go on Thursday because in my mind, I was thinking it'd be the less people. If, maybe they'll still sell out, but less people during the day versus the weekend. So I thought, if I'm going to go, I'm going to go on a Thursday, and then we'll go to Star Wars Land, and, but I guess it's not in the cards, It is.
Have you ever been? When did this place
Which one?
Like Star Wars Land.
Oh my God, I went to Star Wars Land.
Oh, okay, so you've been before.
Well, I've been there. They have like 2 major rides, and when I went, only one of the major ride was open. That was the Millennium Falcon ride. And let me see here a second. I think I have a it was before I started to go on a weight loss, you could say. I was a tiny bit bigger then, but maybe I thought it's so weird.
Hey, the camera adds 10 pounds too.
That's
so
right.
I'm even skinnier in person.
That's right. Connor knows. It adds 10 pounds.
It does, man. Especially like a really good camera. Like I don't think these ones really do, but like me in that Yeti bar commercial, I was a little tubby wubby rolling around on the ground.
Yeah, because that's where I got a lot of my toys. That's where I got my actually.
So that's where you got the lightsaber made.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. It's
we should show people, how to do that, because you could order it online, right?
You can, and let me see here. I've filmed it. Where is it? I have it here. I actually have it, But I actually have it on YouTube, but I put it here we go. I put it on private. Let me see here. Let me check this out. Okay, hold on. Hold on a second. Let me share this screen. Spinning in a circle. Look, there's no.
Here at the top and a pommel for here at the bottom.
See? That's my son right there. And it was cool as you get to pick. See, you pick the parts that you want. You pick the metal, and whatever you select, because you can make your whole piece to look any different way. It was really cool.
Because they had no red over there.
And then you could buy what crystal you want for it. We wanted to be a Sith, so we got the red crystal. Then we did end up buying the green crystal too.
And those are the same crystals that you put into the pyramid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so cool that they're interchangeable.
Yeah, you go. Yeah, because. Yeah, I know it's camouflage. You can't really see.
Oh, this was heavy duty.
And those things are heavy duty.
Yeah, that's really cool. It is heavy duty. You can tell. You can. I bet someone has been murdered by a lightsaber.
Yeah.
Duh. Someone's been, murdered by a freezer bar before.
And then here, and then we also built our own robots. Right here.
Red one. You got a purple.
And you got this thing like it goes around, and you pick how you want to build your robot. So
That's pretty cool.
$100 robot there is.
It makes it authentic because in the Star Wars world, raggedy taggedy, it would be just like this.
I guess that piece must be. Let's look. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. That's the front piece. Okay. So we have all 4 of them.
Your son's hair is awesome.
Oh, it's still long. It's still long. As long as yours.
Okay.
Wow.
Then I guess you take it over here.
Does he trim his edges, like his dead ends, once in a while?
Not
or
really.
Does he just...
No.
Me neither.
He just grills it, and then you take it
right
to
there,
this
Oliver.
place, and then there's like tools. You
Oliver's
start to
build
put it together.
A robot. This is for Mom.
That's cool.
And then hold on a second. Oh, here. Let me show. Oh, hold up. I gotta take that. And then let me show this one here. Let me take this one off. This is like I said, guys, today's just a light day. Here we go. This is I think me going on the roller coaster. My daughter wants to keep going on. And my daughter wanted to put my phone away. I'm like, no.
All right, guys. Me and my daughter Violet, we're on the incredible ride.
This is the one that goes upside down.
Oh, Violet, we're gonna do it. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, shit.
I like to have fun, all right? Let me tell you, it's not easy to keep your phone up.
Definitely not.
Are we going upside down yet? Or is that it? No, not yet.
Are you afraid, Violet? Are you afraid? Are you afraid? We're going.
Okay, I think it goes down and then it goes upside down. Are we going upside down? Oh, my daughter. Are we going upside down yet? Oh, there it is. I see it.
Upside down. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, baby. Woo!
I love tunnels.
I'm sorry. I love the shit. I'm not afraid of these rides. I go on there and I'm just.
So was that Star Wars themed or was that The Incredibles? There was a lot of noise.
That one was Incredibles. The other stuff is in Star Wars land.
Okay.
When we went on the Millennium Falcon, they wouldn't let you pull out your cameras.
Yeah, I figured that. I figured you were committing a crime right there, but that's how I roll.
Yeah, they were. I mean.
Soon, dude, they have contact lenses that are that are cameras, glasses. Like who's to say? Who's to say anymore?
But guys, if you ever want to like take some drugs and go on a ride and get trippy, let me tell you guys, take some drugs. Your drug of choice, and go on the Winnie the Pooh ride.
Oh shoot! Doors opening up. Oh, what is this? What is this?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Oh, what is that floating? Is that a bear? That's a bear floating! Oh my god! Oh my god! Look at the views that's going on in this place.
Yeah, that's the ride you want drugs on.
Oh.
Definitely. How many days are you planning on staying at Orlando? Like
Oh, man, I think
when we go
upside down.
Let me turn this down.
On us.
When we go, we always go. Since we've never been to Florida, we kind of want to stay there like 7 to 9 days.
Hell
Because
yeah.
we want to visit Florida. We also want to go take the kids or daughter to Universal Studios, because the one they have down there has the Harry Potter, the actual train. The one in California does not have a train.
Oh wow.
And see, if you're on drugs, that'll be trippy.
Yeah, definitely. It's trippy sober.
Better than It's a Small World. Oh my God. New York. Oh, that song over and over in every country drives you nuts. You know what the Small World ride is only good for? Is when it's 100 degrees outside. When it's 100 degrees outside and it's cool in there. What? What's this? Dr. Wu is watching you on his channel. What? I'm gonna have to.
Should we stream him streaming us?
He is streaming us.
That's awesome. What up, Dr. Wu?
Remember that. Honey is good for you.
That's funny.
I bet there's a bunch of subliminal messages in this too.
I know, dude. This is a drug ride. I'm telling you, this is a drug. If you want to take, look at that. Tell me that won't trip you out.
Oh yeah. You're doing a good job filming this. This is really good. You should put this on TikTok.
Oh, they're eating dinner.
Oh, you know what? I never thought about that. It's actually on my main channel here. I just have it in private.
They're here for us.
Yeah, this is really good. I don't know if it's like copy. It shouldn't be copyright.
You know what? Usually on rides, they're not copyrighted.
Yeah. But this is good.
Not yet.
Yeah, I filmed every bit of that ride when I was in there. I mean, hey, it's all fun.
But you'll definitely have to keep me posted on Orlando, because I definitely want to come out at least 1 or 2 days. We could do some exploring around Orlando, but I would love to go to Disney one of the 5 days with you, or Universal, because I of course would prefer Universal, but Disney would be cool too.
Oh yeah, we want to go to Universal. I actually when we go to Disney, we always spend a day at Universal. I do have one video of Universal on a Harry Potter ride, but because how they use screens, it doesn't come in clear.
Come on, Dragon.
Because it's 3D.
Yeah, you have those 3D things on.
Have you been to Gatorland?
And it's so dark in the screen, you really can't. I tried.
Oh, another dragon.
Yeah. You could put bits and pieces of this and mix it, you know, the best parts. That's cool.
Oh, come on. You need spider. Whoa.
I'm sorry. I like to have fun.
Have you seen Fantastic Beasts 3 yet?
No, I actually have not.
Dang. It was pretty good.
Attracted to me or something. I don't swing that way, Harry.
You're like, it's attracted to me or something.
You think me to a hole? Oh, man, Harry.
It is.
I don't know about you now. I don't swing that way, Harry. Thanks, everybody. You're brilliant. Oh, I know I'm brilliant. Guys, that was Harry Potter ride.
Free to return to Hogwarts anytime.
We'll have to go to.
You gotta have fun sometimes in life, you know.
We'll have to go to Gatorland too, because that's right by
Gatorland?
Gatorland's like a small zoo that they filmed, you know, like Jackass at and a bunch of Discovery Channel shows, but it's right in Orlando, not far from Disney, not far from Universal, and that's up our alley too. So that'd be really cool, and it's a lot much cheaper, of course.
Yeah, and I don't think I have. I mean, this is a 2-minute. What's this one? Hold on a second. What is this one?
Chris Jarvis, Ohio, my Buckeye brother, just said he's glad Kenobi's going to have 3 seasons.
Oh, this is that train roller coaster. This is actually a pretty cool ride. It doesn't go upside down or nothing. It just kind of like goes fast.
And it looks authentic, like you're in a real canyon.
My daughter is getting so mad at me because I was just holding up my camera and just like, you know. It's like, can you put the camera down? But you're right. That's one of the fun things about I guess Disney is how they
look. There's a mud fossil right there. They made it look like a face on purpose because Disney knows about mud fossils. Exactly.
Yeah, that's a
danger.
Yeah, this is the famous, isn't it? Like when the track runs out.
Yeah, I mean this one's not. There's nothing really scary about it. It's just fast and it has a lot of turns. But it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Anybody that really knows roller coasters and theme parks, go check out Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio. The Millennium Force. It used to be the tallest, fastest roller coaster in the world. It was like 300 feet tall, right over Lake Erie. You can basically see Canada. It's fucking crazy. And then the Top Thrill Dragster, 420 feet up in the air, goes faster than like 120 miles per hour. It's madness. It's I still remember going in 8th grade and like crying because it was so intense. It's like sensory overload.
And this was the same trip when we went to the Queen Mary, the haunted ship.
Want to see a ghost, so we're not giving up.
And that's where me and my daughter was walking all over the boat looking for something.
That's awesome.
Last time it was us ugly men.
We should have followed it.
Yeah, we thought with the beautiful woman, maybe the ghost will come out. She's nice, but we sure don't see nothing yet.
We should have done it at 3 a.m.
And it's 3 a.m. Yeah, she's right.
There's my daughter. We're going up to the top again, always in front.
See, you're a cool dad, though, you know, going out at 3 a.m.
You know, call our names or something.
Maybe Jackson.
Yeah.
Well, I took my son out first, and we couldn't find nothing, so I took the daughter. I thought, hey, maybe the ghost will like a girl more than a boy.
Probably scared.
I tried everything.
One time you'll have to give them the camera. Like how many years ago is this? A couple of years?
Oh, probably.
Did you feel
4,
anything?
maybe?
Is anybody talking to you?
So she's still like, I don't know, somewhat young.
She's
Like it would
14
be
now.
funny
Yeah,
to
she's
have
14
her,
now.
you know, have a camera and like walk around all scared.
So
You
you
know,
really-
I'm sure then
Not
you'd
clear
finally get
when
some
they,
paranormal
pick one.
activity. She'd be
She's been
running back
watching
to the
horror
cabin.
movies and
Know
stuff
what's
her
going
whole
on.
life with me, so she
There's
is
an
not
engine
scared
there,
of
they
none
can't
of
see
this.
Props to her.
No, you know, is there an eye?
I mean, we walked around everywhere, people. I mean, look, there's nobody on the ship at 3 a.m.
That's awesome, man. You should, you know, re-release this in like parts or something too.
I didn't think about that. Yeah. Well, actually, you're right.
keep
Now
trying.
on TikTok, you go up 10 minutes.
Guys.
Yeah, it's like 4 different parts, right?
Yeah.
No, is that 12 minutes or 40 minutes?
This one is 16 minutes, but I have another. Let me see here. Here's another Queen Anne. Let me see here. Let me pop this one up. This is
And Chris Jarvis, yeah, in
Yeah, of
Ohio,
course.
we have Kings Island. Wow, his dad and his friends constructed most of the rides. I refuse to get on them due to the stories they told me about forgetting bolts and parts. Yeah, man, I've been on Beast and Son of Beast. And Son of Beast, I'm pretty sure they had to close down because like 21 people got injured.
look. I'm wearing a Star Wars shirt.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. You look like a whole different person. You've evolved.
I know it's amazing when you look back at old stuff and all that. It's fun. It was fun. We tried, man. We tried. We walked around that whole ship because you know Ghost Adventures were supposed. You know they were there. All these people were there, and they're all swearing up and down. And listen, they could be ghosts there. It's just they didn't like us.
That's cool. I'll have to watch, you know, the Ghost Adventures episode and then your episode back to back just to see like the matching scenery and certain sections. So were you really familiar with it? Like, did you know which parts you're like, oh, this is the part that in the episode this happened?
There's parts I saw we were on there, but there are some parts they're allowed to go into that we're just not allowed to go into.
That really haunted room that you have to pay exclusive
Oh
access
god,
to,
that
right?
one's like $700 a freaking night.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's like the boiler room that Ghost Adventures are allowed to, and we weren't. We have tickets Doctor Strange. Yeah, we're seeing Doctor Strange Friday night at 7.
Me too. I'm seeing it Friday night at 6:40.
Oh
so
yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah, and guys, I'm real excited for Doctor Strange, and I'll tell you guys why. The you know the critics are out or whatever, and it has an 80% Rotten Tomatoes, but it's lower than a lot of people thought. But the thing is, the reason why the thing's lower because apparently they're all saying there's a lot of Sam Raimi horror in this. And they're saying it's almost a lot of horror where you don't want to take your kids to. So anything that has a little horror, you're always going to get a lower score because that was like the number one thing everybody's saying is more horror than they thought. That's perfect for me. I love horror. Sam Raimi horror. Oh man, I'm curious now. Like what kind of horror? I want to see this horror. Like, and listen, to keep Marvel alive, you gotta do some little change ups here and there. You gotta add a little horror because, you know, if you did that same formula, you know, you win in the beginning, get your ass kicked in the middle, and you win at the end. That could get boring very, very, very fast. But to add horror to it, man, I'm so curious.
I'm pumped. That's how I was originally introduced to this movie. It was a Doctor Strange Scarlet Witch horror movie. So I'm super excited to finally see what's up with it. And I think I'm going to microdose a little bit because everything's everywhere all at once.
Well, what's cool is if you guys didn't know, the very first Spider-Man movie was 20 years ago. This is the 20-year anniversary for Spider-Man. Why do we care? It's kind of cool because this movie is directed by Sam Raimi, who directed the first Spider-Man 20 years ago. And this is 10-year anniversary for Marvel. 10 years when they started their thing. So you have a director who was 20-year anniversary with Spider-Man, and which his Spider-Man was in the last Spider-Man movie, and he's directing this one. So 20-year anniversary, 10-year anniversary, you have Sam Raimi. It's kind of cool. Now I did learn that the guy who directed the last 3 Spider-Man movies decided to resign from doing the Fantastic Four. No, that, and of course, I mean, they don't know why. And there's another director that left. Apparently, I'm not a Fast and Furious guy. I saw the first one. I think after Tokyo Drift, I've never watched any other Fast and Furious movies again. Seriously,
wow.
Never did.
That's crazy.
I just lost interest in it. It's like, okay. Now, the last director quit. He actually quit. They were going to shoot, and apparently he got so fed up because Vin Diesel was not showing up on time. He didn't want to shoot this scene. He wanted to shoot that scene. And in the movie business, they have set days. They're going to film this. They're going to film this. And when you put a wrench in it, it costs them millions. And this guy said, "Fuck this." They wrote it down. What he said, he goes, "My mental health is more important than staying on this to make this movie with this group." He just left. So right now, that company, Universal, is looking for a new director. It's costing them $1 million a day because they had plans of each day of filming. But apparently, Vin Diesel is a fucking asshole. Where The Rock said he left the franchise because he did not want to work with Vin Diesel anymore. And I look at Vin Diesel's like, dude, this is the only thing he has that makes money for him. It'd be like hearing this from Tom Cruise with Mission Impossible. Tom Cruise, you like him or not, that fucking guy is professional. He shows up, he makes sure people shows up, and he will yell at his staff if they're not there and doing something because the amount of money that it costs. What the fuck is with Vin Diesel? Everybody's quitting on him. And like, when he left Fast 9, he was doing like Triple X. All those movies failed. The only success that fucker has is the Fast 9 movies. And he's fucking it all up. I just don't understand. I mean, Connor, be like you and I get an opportunity of a lifetime to be in something or something. Our chance to get our names out there, to prove stuff to the world, and you and I just didn't call it. We don't show up. We're fucking around too much. I mean, I just can't imagine that. If you and I were assigned, if Discovery Plus said, "Hey, I want you guys here," I guarantee you and I would be there because we'll be excited. But it's just so weird. People's attitude is just, it's just strange.
Chris Jarvis said Riddick and Groot, and then Groot's getting his own TV show. That's gonna be funny. He's just gonna say, "I am Groot. I am Groot" the whole time. That's gonna be interesting, man. I'm interested in that. I love Riddick though. Pitch Black.
Yeah, I mean those movies are good, but I mean they're not blockbuster.
Yeah, they're not the next level. I liked Bloodshot, even his most recent one. But I know what you mean. But I love the Fast Furious movies. They are always close to my heart. But the last one they went to space in a car, so it's got a little outrageous. But
Hey, if somebody from the chat, you guys want to jump on in? Today's the day that you guys are allowed to jump in. This is your day. This is your day. Now, guys, I did find here. Let me pull this up. Share screen. 30. According to this, these are. Bob's still watching us. These are 30 Star Wars facts you didn't know. Apparently, they're saying we didn't know. So I thought, okay, I found this. We'll take a look at it. We'll see what it says.
It's a good challenge.
Yeah, 30 Star Wars facts you didn't know. Let's see here. Number 1, Yoda was almost played by a monkey. According to the book of Making of Star Wars, George Lucas originally planned for Yoda to be played by an adorable monkey, wearing a mask and carrying a cane.
That would have been interesting. Curious George.
Well, listen, I can see that. I mean, taking a chance on a puppet. Seriously, think about that, guys. You're taking a chance of making a sequel to one of the most successful movies ever that just blew everybody away, and you're making a sequel, and you're creating a brand new character to train Luke, and you use a puppet. I mean, if that didn't work, dude, that could have fucked up the whole movie. I mean, a puppet. There's no CGI like that like we have nowadays. I mean, George Lucas took a lot of balls. So I can see where they're thinking about a monkey, but I don't know. Can monkeys really be trained that well to do what Yoda does? I mean, but I can see that. Here, let's go. This next one. Ewok was never spoken in the original trilogy. Okay. The word Ewok is never uttered by a character in the original trilogy, although the species is identified in the script and closing credits. Oh. Nobody has ever called them Ewoks in the movies. Oh, okay. So the name Ewoks only showed up in credits.
That's pretty interesting. It makes sense, though, because no one really knows what they are.
And nobody, unless C-3PO, I guess he knew their language. And then what's this? The whole thing was a gamble, the biggest gamble in movie history. Yes, it was the biggest gamble, and the guy's reason why. Technically, Star Wars is an independent film. George Lucas funded all of this himself. Fox disputed the first one, but they didn't put them. When he made that deal with Star Wars, the first one is make sure he has all the rights and all the toy rights. And then he built his company. So he made all these movies under his own money. So think about it. You have a brand new company, Lucasfilm, and you're trying to build the most advanced special effects team, which, I mean, they're magical. They changed the way you look at movies. And then, and you're putting all your money into this one movie where they had to keep borrowing money from the banks. I mean, it was a gamble. People don't think of Star Wars as an independent film. But at that time, George Lucas' company was independent. They just saw the Fox and they just think that Fox put up all the money. No. All the money came from George. So it was a huge gamble. And you got the Muppet, and think about this in Empire Strikes Back. Everybody fell in love, especially in my age. Everybody fell in love with Han Solo. You took Han Solo, Empire Strikes Back. You fucking froze his ass. You didn't know he was alive or dead. Tell me how many movies that actually. I mean, Empire is a movie that the evil wins. Good guys got your fucking ass kicked. Luke got his arm chops off by his own dad. His own dad chops his arm off. And you didn't know if Han was alive or dead until Return of the Jedi came out.
Right. And that was before the day of internet and like podcasts and all that to hold you over, where it was really like emotional and you had to be, tuned into the next one to get your answers. So yeah, I missed that.
I know Danny is like close to my age. Danny could probably tell you that, at our age, when you're kids, you played outside and you always play your heroes. And after Empire, everybody wanted to play Luke. Nobody wanted to play Han because you didn't know if he was alive. I'm serious. I mean, it was serious. As a kid, like, I don't want to be Han Solo. He might be dead, because that thing looked like a coffin, right? It was a frozen coffin. And people got to remember too that for me as a kid, when we went to the movies to see Star Wars, the first one, That was actually the first time I ever went to a theater. Nobody had like TVs back in the 70s. But, you know, maybe people might have a black and white TV. So there was no trailers. We didn't see no trailers. The only trailer that we had of Star Wars was in the newspaper, that black and white picture where Luke is standing like this and it looks like he had all these muscles and Leia on his leg. I mean, that was your trailer. Wow. I mean, that was it. I mean, you're like, and you don't know anything about this movie because there nowadays, fucking Obi-Wan's on YouTube. Boom. You know, everybody copies it. Back in those days, the newspaper was your trailer. And I remember the first one I ever saw, I remember sitting there as a kid. I'm telling you guys, I remember seeing this as a kid and seeing that beginning ship goes by and you're sitting like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, to even see anything in color on a screen that big had to be crazy. Let alone a spectacle like that. I would love to see 2000. Like, wonder what 2001 Space Odyssey looked like for these people, like y'all people. You know, it's crazy that my parents were same thing. You know, 63 and 65 when they were born.
And this is how Star Wars kind of ruined people for other space movies. In 1980, my father took all of his kids to the drive-in to see Star Trek: The Motion Picture. Because everybody at the time was struggling, you know, everybody wanted to get a space picture out there. And Paramount says, we got one. We have the word star in it already. Star Trek, the motion picture, which is being re-released on their 4K remix version. And it's coming out in the theaters May 22nd for 2 days. Sunday and Monday, I'm fucking going. They 4K'd it. They remixed it. They redid the special effects in it. Look at the trailer. It looks almost different. I'm excited. But when you're a kid, when I saw Star Trek, I was 7 years old. And you hear this word Star Trek. And I didn't know about the TV show yet. So I had no idea what Star Trek was really about. Right? And we go there. And no offense, at that time, I wasn't ready for Star Trek because I was like, this is slow. Where's because you know Star Wars was like fucking just like right, but boom, 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 lasers shooting and killing everybody. Star Trek is more that mystical, you know, it's more about this discovery. But when you're 7 years old and you saw Star Wars, you know, I didn't have appreciation until Star Wars until I was older when I resaw it, you know, and I love it. You know, kind of like when Star Trek Wrath of Khan came out. Now that was like almost like Star Wars. That was Wrath of Khan was fucking probably the best action of all the Star Trek. But Star Trek 1 is the most Star Trek of them all. So, and I'm excited to go in 2 weeks to re-see this on the screen as an older person who understands it more than I was when I was 7 years old.
Yeah.
That's special. It's not that I was a dumb kid at 7. I just saw Star Wars a couple of years earlier. You know, and you had this whole different mind what Star Trek was going to be, and it wasn't nothing like that. And the special effects, and so I'm excited about that. And then, of course, we went in the theaters, and you were standing in line. Seriously, people, almost a mile back, because in those days it was first come, first get, and it wasn't playing on like 5 screens like movie theaters are now. Like Doctor Strange in some theaters playing on 8 screens. Wow. 3D, Dolby, IMAX, regular. Back in those days, maybe you get like 1 screen, and you had to wait in line, and then you always have groups. You go in there, you get us the seats. We'll get the popcorn, because if you go get the popcorn, you're gonna sit way in the front. I mean,
you're gonna be screwed. That is genius. You got to find the balance, and you still kind of do. You know, I know you get your special seats because you're AMC member, but you know, mine, I'm burning one in the graveyard till the last second, and then getting there. But
we're lucky. All theaters up here, you have to pre-select your seats now. There's no more random, which is, I mean, it's kind of cool because now you know where your seats are and you can feel comfortable getting your stuff.
Yeah,
Only thing I
but
worry about is
what if you have a
Star Wars.
last second friend join the group, and you're like, like
Oh
sometimes
yeah,
it
yeah.
could be annoying.
Sit next to you.
Like it literally just happened for like Northman or something, because we had 3 of us that had tickets and we're like, oh well, they might come. Well, and that's fair. Oh, they might come to the movies. Like that shouldn't be the end of the world. But if you have to pre-order tickets in your fancy seats, it could be a problem. But I was gonna ask, do you watch all the Star Trek shows and stuff like Discovery and Picard?
I've watched the whole Picard. I'm on the second season. I got to jump on that. And Discovery, I watched the first full season, and then I started on the second. Now they got a third one. I got to get back into it. I didn't lose interest in it. It's just I don't like it when I hate it when shows like Star Trek Discovery, and nothing against the show itself. I hate it when like, oh yeah, guess what? Spock has a sister, and I never liked that. I mean, it's just okay. I mean, and then you go over seasons like, well, now she has a sister. Why isn't the sister never really spoken of in none of the Star Trek movies? Only person ever spoken in Star Trek movies was Spock's half brother. Spock has a half brother that's trying to find God. I forgot which one. The sister. It's like, why do that? Now I saw the trailer for the new Star Trek series, one about that character from the J.J. Abrams Star Trek, the Captain Kirk's original Captain Pike.
Oh, okay.
Captain Pike. He's got a new series. I forgot Star Trek. I forgot what it's called, and they show the trailer, and that looks badass.
Dope. I didn't know about that.
It's Pike when he was younger. Let me see here. Let me see if I get a picture of it.
What about Lower Decks? Have you watched that?
Which one?
Lower Decks?
No, I don't know.
Star Trek Lower Decks is the animated one?
Oh, no, I haven't. No, I know what you're talking about now. I haven't. Here we are.
I like the Star Trek movies. I used to watch this show with my grandpa, but I'm never really big on Star Trek. I definitely can appreciate it. I wish there was more time in the day. There's just so many shows.
Yeah.
Like,
see,
I'd rather watch something that has an ending in sight. Like when I think Star Trek Discovery, I just think filler episodes. Nothing against it, but like just like the CW, all those shows, like The Flash, Arrow, Batwoman, all that. It's cool, but it's just filler.
See, that's what I'm talking about. It doesn't. That Star Trek Discovery doesn't. It didn't feel new because Spock's sister. It was like nothing new. It's kind of like some of the complaints I've been hearing about Star Wars. Except I'm excited for Obi-Wan that they keep going back to the places everybody knows. Kind of like the old joke. Oh, there's Tatooine again. Oh, the Mandalorian's on Tatooine. And everybody wants to see like everything outside of Star Wars of the things you already know. Now Obi-Wan's different. We all know that story. That's gonna be cool. And I see that point where some of these shows gotta bring us something new. All brand new characters. I mean, if you wanna put a Easter egg once in a while, that's fine. But like you said, you want something new. Like one of the things I was excited about Last Kingdom, that was new. Mm-hmm. It's new, but I know exactly what you're talking about. New stuff. And the thing is, but Connie, you're right. And there is a lot of new stuff out there, but it's so hard nowadays to figure out what are the new stuff. Kind of like you told me Out of Range, right? And that's an Amazon Prime. And somehow I was missing it. Like I didn't even realize. And then you said Out of Range, and I went to Amazon Prime, big new show, Out of Range. So I put on the trailer, like, oh shit, this looks like Yellowstone with some little paranormal. But yeah. I heard that through you. That's the problem nowadays, man. There's good stuff out there. You just don't know. And then here I am catching up of all this.
Right. It's a balancing act, and then you gotta then you do the shows that are like filler shows. You're doing that when you're busy doing something else, like the filler shows. I watch those at work. Once that I really want to sink in, I have to be, high as hell in my dark room, laid out, zoned in.
So you know what was special about Star Trek: The Next Generation? When that came out, they didn't go backwards. The Next Generation was a brand new story moving forward with Picard. Nothing going back. They mentioned Captain Kirk, the famous cruise and stuff, but they move forward. It just seems like so many times now we're not moving forward. They're trying to look at Game of Thrones, right? The spinoffs.
Yeah,
they're
Targaryen.
It's like
it's all nostalgic. We live in nostalgic times because, the present's not good enough.
Yeah, sometimes it's like move on. Now I'll let Obi-Wan slide because you do want to know what did Obi-Wan did all those freaking years watching kid. He went on planet and stuff. He just didn't sit there and watch them because the uncle didn't even want him there. I'll give that. Yeah, House of Dragons. That's a pretty-tense movies, and you guys know, Star Wars. They were going to do, of course, the original, the Game of Thrones guys were actually going to be doing the Star Wars movies. And of course, that was past tense again. Of course, they left the project and they were doing this big push on High Republic. They're going to do these new movies on the High Republic. Again, High Republic, past tense. And it's like, well, but this 500 years before, look, okay. But you already know the outcome because it has to still go there. I mean, get us something fucking brand new. Now, see, guys, this is the mistake that Disney is doing. Disney has made a lot of major mistakes. And this is what I mean. Now, Rogue One was a great movie. I like actually Rogue One, but a past tense movie. Okay, I like Solo. A lot of people didn't. I like Solo. But again, it's a past tense movie. And then when they going to do episode 7, 8, and 9, the biggest fucking mistake they ever did is never created a true plan of story going from A to C. They are that, and it's JJ's fault too, because they offered him to do all 3 movies. He said he only going to do 1. And he only wrote it for 1 movie, right?
Yeah.
Now, Force Awakens, the biggest complaint Force Awakens was that it's kind of a retread, right? The desert, the girl, new Death Star. But the thing was on that, but they still had JJ did that one magic where like when Snoke came out, who the fuck is that guy? He saw the rise and fall. People don't remember this, that after Force Awakens came out, who's this girl? Because in the movie, JJ did a great job. What girl? Like there's something special about this girl and this guy, right? Just Smoke. Who the fuck is Smoke? I mean, that took YouTube to a whole new level. It really did. I don't know if people remember this. Everybody came out with videos on the theory of who was Snoke. Who's the girl, right? Then they bring in Robert Johnson, or is it Robert Johnson?
Ryan
Johnson. Okay. Ryan Johnson made great movies, Looper and all that. But he always wanted to do his own Star Wars. Which the thing is, the problem was Kathleen Kennedy let these directors do whatever they wanted. She should be, my opinion, she should be fired from Star Wars and get somebody with a plan, my opinion. Ryan Johnson's like, well, I'm going to do whatever I wanted. I'm going to write it this way. So all that time you were sitting there for 2 years. Who is Snoke? You got fucking nothing. Who's this girl you're excited for? Oh, she's a nobody. And I mean, and then you take the main character, Luke. Well, he was on a suicide mission on a planet. He wanted to go kill himself. It was like Disney went to this direction where it seemed like they wanted to push the new actors so bad, they just wanted to kill off all the older actors. And they always say story should always come first before whatever. You know, and then
they put way too much hope into Adam Driver.
But
just because he had hype in other movies.
But see, that's the problem. They never had a real plan because he decided, well, I'm going to retcon this. I'm going to do this. And then, of course, everybody I hate it. I actually hate it. I think Episode 8 is the worst Star Wars movie ever made. Hands down for me. I thought it was the worst. I just, people always battle, well, that's how Luke was. Oh, shut the fuck up. Come on. Fucking Darth Vader killed planets more than fucking Kylo Ren did. And Luke was cool and trying to change him back. And one time Kylo Ren wants to kill every kid. And then Luke's never going to try to redeem him. But he will redeem his father. So he said he goes hide out on a fucking planet to kill himself. Give me a fucking break. I'm serious. Give me a break.
My whole thing was Rey. It was all like, oh, who's gonna love Rey? I just thought that was cheap too.
And then you got the third one, which technically I thought it was probably the most Star Wars of the two. But then you bring back JJ. I fucking hated 8. He didn't say that. I'm gonna retcon everything he did in 8 and bring back where this movie's more of a sequel to the first one. We're gonna make Rey somebody now, even though they made him nobody. And then we're going to, for Stajak, since everybody hated 8, we're going to make Snoke Palpatine. And this is the biggest mistake they ever done. This is my opinion. This is just my opinion. Karen Fisher died before the movie got started to be made. Story should always come first. Always come first. Well, they didn't want to recast her. And I'm sorry, I respect her as Leia. We love her as Leia. They should have fucking recasted her because, well, we got old footage of her. Well, we're gonna write this movie all around these footages.
Right.
Okay. Now, in the original 9, it was gonna be like Leia was the one that's gonna bring the balance to the Force. So technically, she was gonna be the chosen one in a way, which is fine. But as soon as she died, they scrapped this, they scrapped that, they scrapped the Jurassic World guy, the director, and they should have fucking kept him because his script leaked. He fucking had an awesome script for 9, but regardless, and it just didn't. You retcon. Nobody wanted to see Leia. Nobody wanted to do the digital face. Okay, that's fine. Recast her. Listen, everybody loved the guy from Harry Potter, the original professor. They recast him. I mean, sometimes it's not easy. You recast it. We all love Leia. She's always going to be Leia, but you should have recast it because the story should have came first, and it didn't. And then it's like 8 never existed because 9 was more of it. They never had a through plan. And then, of course, then Rey, I don't know if they did this. I'm not saying this, they did this because she's a girl or not. But she never got hurt, really. I mean, Luke gets his arm cut off. Fucking hand gets frozen. I mean, people get fucked up. I remember Chewbacca got shot before. C-3PO gets blown up. R2-D2 gets blown up on a ship, on the ship Star Wars. And she kind of walks through all 3 movies. Yeah, she might get thrown against a tree in the first one, but I don't know. It felt like nothing was earned. They didn't really earn nothing. I just look at it like, God, can you imagine if they didn't kill Han off in the first one, and you did the second and third, you put Han and Lando. Oh my God, people would cream those. They would cream their fucking.
That would have been cool.
And put Luke and Leia back in the ship. You still don't have to make them the main stars. You have these people, but it's just the best. And the weirdest part is, it's all run by Disney, right? No, well, Disney fucked it up. Well, Disney did not fuck up the Marvels. Fucking what's his name? The main producer guy of Marvel.
Kevin Feige.
Kevin Foggy.
Oh, that's how you say it.
Foggy had a fucking plan. So every time a Marvel movie comes out, it works. Everything lines up perfectly, and it's done by Disney.
Did you hear there's going to be a glimpse of another universe in the movie Friday, and they're saying that's going to be Star Wars?
Yeah, I heard that rumor.
Oh yeah, it's more than a rumor. It's already true. It's there.
And well, why on these three they never had a plan? I mean, I just
because the audience is cheap nowadays. Like they don't even, as long as they get your ass in the seat, they got you.
Spooky, you are so fucking right. I was so upset with Boba Fett. The only good episodes they had is when they brought in the Mandalorian. Dude, when they had those fucking kids on the sharp-looking color bikes, and when they're doing that chase, those fucking bikes were the slowest fucking things I ever seen in Boba Fett. And they, no offense, dude, they made Boba Fett a pussy. Oh, he was trying to be oh man, like I just don't.
I got filler vibes from it too.
But the Mandalorian was the Boba Fett everybody wanted to see. And when you saw the Mandalorian, when Boba Fett came into the Mandalorian show, he was fucking badass, fucking knocking everybody out. But then and then at the end of Spooky, you probably know this, at the end when Boba Fett gets on that thing that's from Return of the Jedi, that creature. I'm thinking to myself, you went back to your place. Why did you get in on that fucking creature? Where's your ship? That fucking ship that they go, you know what I mean? Remember his ship. Boba Fett's ship shoots those lasers out like fucking like lightning. Shouldn't he just fly down on his ship and blow up those fucking robots? I mean, I don't know. And the weird thing is, the same guys who made it, Favio, are the same ones with the Mandalorian. So it's like they didn't bring new people in. They had the same people who made the Mandalorian that made this. So I don't know why. I don't know.
They must have put their focus on the Mandalorian and just put their leftover brainstorming for the Boba Fett show. Was there ever supposed to be a Lando show like with Donald Glover, Childish Gambino? Because he killed it in Solo, and he's such a talented actor. And Lando is like the coolest character.
The problem is for years. That's why I think that bitch should be fired from Disney, or from Lucasfilm with Disney. I forgot her name now. I'm so pissed at her. They had all this list of all these shows, these movies. They had that where what's her name who made Wonder Woman? She was gonna make a jet fighting Star
Patty
Wars
Jacobs.
movie. Jacob, she walked out. And then Lando was on a list of one of the shows they're gonna be doing in the future.
Patty Jenkins.
Jake, yep. And then now Lando came back where they said they're supposed to be doing a Lando. Yeah, it's supposed to be next year. But,
okay, cool.
But we haven't heard any movement because I think they should bring Lando. And I don't care what people think. I thought that kid, listen, you're not going to find another fucking Harrison Ford to be the perfect Han. I'm sorry, you're not. Actually, the closest guy probably would have been Clint Eastwood's son. Clint Eastwood's son does kind of look like Han Solo.
Yeah.
But beyond him, that kid did all right. I'm hoping that Lando, bring that kid back. Bring Han back to 1 or 2 episodes. Have him do a mission with Lando.
That'd be fun.
I want to see a mission on a show with Lando, and
that'd be really cool.
Just don't sugarcoat it. Don't get. And you know one thing I'm getting fucking tired? They're all fucking 30 minutes. 40 minutes.
They're over in a second.
God. I mean, everything on HBO, they're about an hour.
I love it.
Peacemakers, an hour. Everything's like an hour. You go to Disney Plus, 33 minutes. Maybe you get lucky, 44 minutes.
Even Moon Knight, the finale today was 42 minutes. I wanted to punch the screen. I was like, are you kidding me? I wanted 56 minutes.
and I haven't watched the finale yet. I heard a lot of people were disappointed in it, and then I heard a lot of complaints was like there's some stuff they put in there that they didn't understand what the fuck was going on because they never flushed it out. But 42 minutes, I mean, that's not flushing out anything. It's just like no, and everybody's talking about Obi-Wan is almost going to be like 3 movies, you know, because 6 episodes. Yes, if there were an hour each episode, but I'm afraid it probably could be like 30 minutes. So you cut that in half.
One movie.
That's maybe 2 movies. A movie
Yeah.
and a half. So it's you know, I mean, come on, make them an hour. Because there's only 6 episodes of Obi-Wan. That's it. Only 6.
Yeah, it's gonna fly by, especially with long intros. You know, it's basically a 40. You only get 80%. It is all formula. Have you watched Ozark?
I've actually watched the first 2 seasons. I have to get back. I think they're on the 4th season, aren't they?
It just finished. They just finished it, and RPG, who was on Matt's show, him and his wife just started watching it, and you know it's just in my head because that is good television, guys.
It's the number 1 on Netflix right now. It's number 1. And
it's incredible.
I love the actor. I love Justin Bateman.
Yeah, the first episode is crazy. You know when he has that business partner that's been screwing over the mob, and they both get kidnapped. It's really crazy.
Is that been confirmed? Is it really 1 hour?
Hey, if it's coming from Ryan, I'm with it.
Oh, I hope it is. I hope it is. Hey, like I said, if anybody wants to jump on tonight, here's the invite. This is the opportunity to let me see here. Formula, 30 minutes a show. 30 minutes. I know, right?
That's what I like about Outer Range. That's an hour. A lot of Netflix shows you get the full hour too. Archive 81. You should definitely watch that whenever you catch up with everything else too.
you know what I mean, Connor. Sometimes you get to like 2 days, like okay, I could binge, but what show am I gonna binge? I was like, binge this. Now it's easy to binge 30-minute shows. You know.
Yeah, I'm gonna binge the rest of Loki because I watched like the first 4 episodes and didn't finish it. So I need to because it's 6 episodes too, right?
Loki, yeah.
And I love time travel, parallel crap.
Yeah,
so
I watched all
cool.
of Loki, and of course I saw all of WandaVision, which WandaVision was.
That was awesome. I didn't watch Hawkeye. I love Jeremy Renner, but I want fantasy. I want mental trippiness, And
I'll say it for people, they fucked up on the Hawkeye show. They really fucked up. They wanted to raise that girl star. I know she's in the comics.
Haley Steinfeld. That's one part.
Renner deserved a really greedy dirt kind of a movie. And they kind of give him a Home Alone meets this, and I think he kind of deserved more
because he becomes a crazy killer.
I know they should have done it on that, dude. Listen, I don't want to go back, but if they wanted to go back when he had that fucking samurai sword and goes and Roland, he goes kills all the fucking mafias. I would see that.
How did they go to that to Bob Saget Full House?
Exactly. Exactly.
Did you see the WandaVision? It was the Doctor Strange premiere, but Wanda got to meet her kids, the actors that played her kids. Like they finally reunited, and that was pretty funny.
You're right. Kenobi is going to be a motion show for sure. Imagine the moment when Kenobi learns. That I said that earlier, why there could be a second battle because when Obi-Wan left, he thought Anakin was dead. He thought he left him to be dead. And then when think about this too, guys. When you heard there's this new bad guy named Darth Vader, I'm sure not right out the bat you're gonna think, what? Darth Vader? That must be Anakin. You wouldn't know that would be Anakin in that suit. But But that's what I'm wondering. That's what I'm wondering about the show. Is he, when he finds out that there's Darth Vader, does he know that's Anakin? Because remember when he left, he couldn't really use the Force because remember Palpatine and them, they can sense the Force. They know if there's a Jedi out there, one will rise. So you couldn't really use the Force, kind of like Luke Skywalker in Episode 8, where he turned his Force off. So I wonder in this show when they finally get in to meet up with Darth Vader, and that's when he learns he's Anakin. Now I don't know. I'm not the writer, but if it was me, if I was writing this, I hope he doesn't know until he meets up with him, because once he finds out that Darth Vader is still Anakin, that's gotta fuck with him so badly where there's no way. Of course, he couldn't win the fight because Darth Vader thought he was dead. Where that motion takes over him, where he loses somehow, where he thinks he's dead. It's going to be interesting, right? And there's only 6 episodes. It's going to be interesting.
It's going to be emotional on screen and behind the screen.
Or are they going to have it where Quan Jin, because Quan Jin, I know he's saying he's not in it at all, but that's a worst fucking keep secret. He's going to be a ghost in this movie. He's going to be a voice for Obi-Wan. But I wonder, are they going to have it where he's a voice and he tells them that's Anakin? That's kind of interesting too. And then I'm curious, how are they going to have him keep in contact with Yoda on another planet when, you got to shut everything down. You got to act, no Force is going to be used so they can hide. So it's Liam Neeson. Oh yeah. And who cares? He's old because he's just a voice. They could computerize every ghost.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. Episode 1 was the first one I saw in theaters too. Of course, Darth Maul. The introduction to Ewan McGregor, Obi-Wan, and then getting to see Anakin as a kid. I know a lot of people hated on him, but pod racing was like part of my childhood. Like,
let's talk about the prequels. Let's talk about the prequels. The prequels. Listen,
this is my blanket since the movie came out. This still keeps me warm, and I hang it over my windows when it's too bright.
Now let's talk about the prequels. The prequels have received way too much hate. And the one things that the prequels have shown in the world, especially social media, that how people will turn on you. People turn on franchises. Because there's always been hate in movies, but when the prequels, they were hate that you never saw before. It was so unbelievable where critics, everybody turned so bad. Guys, I don't know if you guys don't remember this. These critics, they crapped. Not just talk shit. They crapped on it to the point where the actress who played Padme, nobody wanted to hire her. Nobody wanted to hire the girl that was in the prequels because how bad the movie got shitted on. Jar Jar Binks is the worst character ever made. But beyond that, I understand why George did it. The movie's for kids. So he made a character that was more for kids. People shitted on that actor so freaking bad that he almost committed suicide. Think about that. And listen, he has nothing to do with the script. He just read the script that they gave him. If you're gonna hate, you hate George. And then people talk about how the movie looked. And listen, George Lucas has always been the guy that breaks new technology. The technology of building a fucking city of an electronic planet, he took CGI that you never saw before. Now, of course, CGI is better now than it was then, but But he took special effects to a whole freaking level, and everything he wanted to do, he needed the CGI. And he got shit on for bringing brand new technology. If it wasn't for George Lucas, Jurassic Park would never been. Never. Wasn't for George Lucas special effects and Howard the Duck, there would have been no Matrix. Because the people who did the Matrix, the family tree came from the people who did the special effects on Howard the Duck. Yes, Howard the Duck is responsible for the Matrix. So, and they shitted on George so fucking bad that he lost his love for Star Wars and made him to want to sell it to Disney because they shitted on him so freaking bad. Imagine what was 789 would have been.
Yeah, if he was fully involved.
If George would have now, you know, it doesn't mean, you know, I don't know. It's hard to know. I mean, you can't predict the future, but we have all these TV shows. I mean, who knows? Who knows? But the point is the first real signs of trolls in this world really came from the prequels. And think about this. Because I think everybody wanted like the original Star Wars, the fast battles of stars. What George wanted to do in his prequels was kind of show how evil really gets his foot in the door. Evil starts within a government. You know, a governor. The prequel is showing how a governor gets to become power, becomes president. Kind of like you saw in The Last Kingdom. The king wants to take over the world. It was showing how corrupted the system is from within and all that. Yeah, was it stupid to have Jar Jar giving him the full power because Padme couldn't be there? That part is questionable. Padme's too smart to leave Jar Jar with power. But beyond that, he would have gotten power by somebody. So the movie kind of showed, you know, the series about how he got power, how he destroyed the world from within, you know? And it just, I mean, the whole fucking thing got shit on so bad. Yeah, there's some stupid dialogue lines. I mean, you know, like, no, I love you. Okay, I get some of that love lines between Anakin and Padme, you know, weren't the best in the world. But the fucking battles, fucking Luke's Yoda fighting what the fuck was his name? That big fight in the Attack of the Clones. That shit was awesome. Come on.
Attack of the Clones was amazing.
I mean,
some of the best battle scenes.
You could not
that probably laid the foundation for Matrix 2.
Yeah, you could have not done the fight with Yoda wasn't for CGI. I mean, it just got shit on too bad. And one of my favorite scenes in the prequels was actually Revenge of the Sith when Anakin and Palpatine was in that theater. And when Palpatine told him that story about Plagueis the Wise, that's actually my favorite scene. You know, Plagueis the Wise, how he was murdered. He taught his pupil everything he knew for him just to turn around and murder him. And I think 7, 8, 9 dropped the fucking ball because for 2 years to 2 to 4 years, I thought Snoke was Plagueis.
That would have been cool.
Because I thought that, you know, Palpatine thought he killed them all, but maybe the barely enough life force and that electricity burnt his, you know, to make him look like, because nobody knew what Plagueis looked like. You know, there was never no movies, and you know,
was there any theories of that online, or were you the only one who came up with that?
No. There's there was I mean, I had that theory, but there's a lot of theories on that because you know, he said he saw the rise and the fall of the Empire, which one of the best guys, I'm telling you right now, one of the best Star Wars books is the Plagueis book. Plagueis book is the fucking best Star Wars book ever made. I'm telling you right now, because Plagueis in that book is how he found Palpatine, already having that senator and having the Force, and basically taking him under his wing and financing him to run for office. I mean, it was like the perfect mafia book on how he got there. And then Palpatine, when he won his governorship, when he won president, right? And then that night, he goes back and kills Plagueis. Now, technically, that show's not canon no more when they said those books aren't canon. But if you were going to do a pre-story, they should have done it on fucking Plagueis, on the rise of Palpatine, how he got him there, and the money and the power, just how he destroyed everything within, working for the bank systems. I mean, if you guys haven't read Plagueis' book, I mean, it was just fantastic. And when Plagueis was afraid of if Palpatine gets too crazy, he was training another Sith Lord under him while he had Palpatine, because it's all about betrayal. Sith Lord's about betrayal, killing the other people. I mean, it's great. And so if I had all the money in the world, where I was running if I was running Disney, I was running the Star Wars department, I would continue making future movies, but I would somehow get George back and take your episode 1, 2, and 3, take the Plagueis part of that story, and somehow make it where it all connects into one big story of Plagueis and Palpatine to the rise of when he becomes president and he kills him, and like build it all together. Because I think the biggest problem everybody had the prequels was there wasn't enough of the government stuff. You saw clips here, but having where he's able to flush that out into a movie and add Palpatine and Plagueis, I think with the technology that they have, they could fucking do it. Plagueis didn't have apprentice. Palpatine did. Well, Darth Maul was his teen, but in the book, Plagueis did, and there was a fight. God, I can't. I'll try to find out that name of his other apprentice. Yeah, Darth Maul was apprentice because in the book, Palpatine. You're right. In the book, Darth Maul was given to him to raise. I hadn't read the book in a long time. That was a great book. And the thing is, the book's not even canon no more. So you can fucking redo it any way you want to. But that's me. If I had the money.
You should write the script. Start working on it.
Oh, I just think if
mail it in, go fanboy style, Dan Fogler. Well, drive out to the ranch. Break through the gate.
Look what they did with Justice League, right? Look what they did. They gave it back to Zack Snyder, and he took all the parts that wasn't his, and he added he made it to a 4-hour movie, and they flushed it out, right? And you got to saw a better Justice League movie. You saw the vision of the whole thing. Think about doing that with the prequels. Get George Lucas back, get Plagueis involved and all that, and kind of have them flush out that freaking story. And then people will have a whole new look on the prequel and get a better understanding on what George was going for, what he was trying to do. And because you all saw it now. See, George should have just wrote it and let other people direct it. Kind of like we do with Empire and Return. He wrote those with the other guy. He wasn't like the only writer, but he let 2 other people direct. Now the rumor is that he technically really directed Empire, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's always stories like that, right? Like Poltergeist. They said that Steven Spielberg really truly directed Poltergeist. It wasn't the other guy.
Mm-hmm.
Blah blah blah.
Eric, could you look up?
You're gonna be hands on.
Could you look up one thing for me real quick? Because I have been investigating and on the tail of Roxy the Rancor, and just search that on YouTube and see if maybe my video pops up.
Roxy the Rancor.
Yeah, ROXY. Roxy the Rancor. I got to meet a Rancor last year, and I had one of her bones in my hand.
Are you talking about that creature?
Yeah. And if you search rock, if it doesn't just come up, YouTube.
On YouTube.
Did I say Google? My bad.
Okay.
YouTube. But yeah, that's Roxy. She tours around all around the world, and it's a life-size Rancor.
Let's see.
Yeah. That's in Tallahassee, Ryan. Florida State University. All right. Yeah, let's keep scrolling down. You should see me.
Oh, there you are.
There we go. I give you permission.
He's gonna give me a strike later.
Yeah. Hey y'all, it's Connor from Bigfoot Anonymous. We're here at Infinity Con, Tallahassee. We're here by some cryptid monsters. You see the size of this bone? Lemmy and Roxy, the Rancor. And then we have a couple more from the Star Wars universe. I'm big on Chewbacca, Yoda, and all the other Ewok creatures. It is just reality, guys. This is an awesome place. A lot of smiles, a lot of good fans. We're spreading the word about Bigfoot and everything else. It's awesome.
When did you come out with that one? I thought I saw all your videos. I would have spotted that.
Yeah, that was last summer. Last June, I think, at Infinity Con. And dude, the whole 501 was there, Roxy and Lemmy, and they tore around. And I was a vendor, so I got to hang out like a couple hours before, and just seeing them set it up was just like fascinating, and it was just so special. And I love how I'm that bridge, to this folklore, the fantasy, and the real life. Look at, like, I'm the Bigfoot hunter and I found the Rancor. Like, that, it means something. It's silly and it's the Infinity Con, but I'm on the right track, And I love when people like Ryan and Spooky and you that like it and appreciate it more than me. It's bigger than me. And you guys can live vicariously through me, that we know the Rancor.
I love it. And then of course there's always like Easter eggs in other movies, like here's Raiders of the Lost Ark, and on the Ark thing there's R2D2 and C3PO that George put in there.
That's awesome. And then of course we know E.T. extraterrestrial.
E.T. is if you guys know, E.T. is canon, because in was it the first one or the third one where I try to remember which one they show all the aliens in those little circle pods, and there's the group where all the ETs were all right there. Yeah. I can't remember if it was the first one or the third one. I think it was the first one.
So the Ewok movies, there's 2 Ewok movies, and are those considered canon?
Yeah, they're actually on they're on Disney Plus. You can watch them.
Wow, that's cool.
Unless they took them down.
I want to see a Wookiee project. And what kind of creature is this guy? Weetef Cayube. I got him because he's a Bigfoot. He's a Bigfoot to me. But is he a Wookiee? Is he a Wookiee, or is he considered something else? I don't think he's a Wookiee. He's a Bigfoot, though.
Wasn't he in Rogue One?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to think. Was he in Rogue One?
Yeah, he's in Rogue One. Yeah.
Oh, he is in Rogue One. Oh, yeah, okay.
He's in Rogue One. Yeah.
Okay. I knew I seen him somewhere.
But I have 2 Funko Pops. One is Nick Chubb, he's the running back for the Cleveland Browns, and Wytef Cayube, who's looks like Bigfoot.
Yeah, here's one of my proud pictures.
Yeah, that's dope. That's really cool.
Yeah, I love that one. That was actually at one of the they actually had that at a Comic-Con.
A Talpin. Very cool. Ryan's got the information, man. Ryan, we got to link up for a show, but I want to link up with you in real life because I feel like you're just like a mirror of me, you know? Like when I hang out with people, I just overload them with information. Boom, 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 boom. And that's how I feel when I'm in your presence. You just always providing, man. Good shit.
I know. I've seen in the chat, he always has the answers.
And I love that. I love when the chat pushes things forward. Like whenever I'm in the chat, either I'm just checking in or I'm fully immersed, like researching while I'm watching it. You know, it's fun.
Yeah, it's not about right or wrong. We want the correct information.
For sure.
I thought I had. God damn, I can't. Man.
I want to talk about real quick. I was in a film physics class at Bowling Green. And we had to do these cool things that you describe things that happen in movies in terms of physics. And there was there was a couple examples. One was Gandalf when he got the sword at the very end, and if it was really possible that he would catch up to the Balrog, and you would have to like explain it. But then there was another one that we had to compare and contrast when Hulk was standing on the ground and he pulled, Thor's hammer and he went into the ground, and then compared to when Yoda is in the swamp and he lifts out the X-Wing out of the swamp and he doesn't sink into the swamp. So of course, the force is its own singular force. There's not an equal and opposite force. But the Thor and Hulk one. So I just thought that was really fascinating, and that was probably my favorite college class I ever took.
That's Empire Strikes Back right there.
Wow.
That's the Wampa.
Yeah.
And that's me.
and the Wampa is so legendary too. It starts off with a bang.
And then let me see here.
That's so sweet. Like, what were you just standing like that, and then you flipped it upside down and edited it upside down? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's a good job.
This is me standing at Star Wars Land behind me.
See, that's really cool, man. Especially for you, for like a lifer, like you're there. That's sick.
Oh hell yeah! I had to see it. It's like people say it was like unbelievable. Even though that one main ride wasn't up, and the ride, the Millennium Falcon ride. If you guys ever go there, there's three parts of the ride. You can be the driver, you can be the shooter, or you could be where there's like a color square, and if something goes wrong, you're supposed to press the colors. If you have a choice, be the pilot. That's the only fun part of the ride. Being a shooter, my daughter and them, they said it's a lot of work. You got to keep shooting. And people are punching the numbers because what happens is you got to all have to do your part. Otherwise, your ship can crash early. And you don't do good. So it takes everybody to be able to keep your thing up. But the thing is, my wife and them hated is when you're pressing the colors to make sure, like, hey, if you see red, you gotta press red. They're not seeing the screen. So the only people that are actually like having fun if you're in the two pilot seats. So
and what are you doing when you're in a pilot seat? Are you like dodging, asteroids?
So one person like goes up and down, and the other person has like the co-pilot. You got the pilot and the co-pilot. And I remember as the co-pilot, I had to like press certain buttons to go left or right. And you have to like team perfectly to be able to do everything. But the pilots, at least you get to see the stuff, right? And they're shooting. I mean, it's a lot of work. And if you're pressing the buttons to repair, when your ship gets hit, they got to hit repair buttons. Then they're not really looking at the screen. So if you're going to go on that ride, You want to be the pilot.
So how many times have you rode the ride? Just the one time, and you were just the pilot, or have you been the shooter before?
3 times, twice as the pilot. One, we were the shooter, and it's not as fun as if you're not the pilot.
I mean, good advice. Good advice. Have you been on the Back to the Future ride back in the day?
There's a Back to the Future ride?
Yeah, it was in Orlando, so I'm not sure if you ever. Did you ever go to Orlando? Universal Studios and Disney?
No, I've never been to Florida.
Oh, okay. Because we had Jaws,
See, they have everything there. They
Back
have
to
more.
the Future.
They have a lot more than they have in. I mean, in the Disney World, they got Avatar Land.
Yep.
They don't got that. Because I think in Disney World they got like 4 parks. Disneyland, there's only like 2 parks. Now there's a difference too. There's a benefit versus both. I'm not saying one's better than the other. The other one has more stuff, but to get to those parks, you got to do a lot of shit to get there. Drive, get on the carts, boats.
Yeah.
Disneyland, the parks are right there, left and right. Boom, boom, and then you just so everything is a lot more walkable.
I feel like a California one is meant for maybe like 1 or 2 days, and a Florida one you're supposed to stay there for a week. But maybe I'm off. Maybe you're supposed to stay at the California one for a week too. But I just get the vibe. But California is just such quick pace. Like
it is.
They don't give a dang about the Rams. They're too busy doing this. They don't give a dang about Disney. They're too busy on Rodeo. Like I don't know. That's just how the vibe. That's the vibe I get from an outsider who's been in there a few times.
I gotta tell everybody what's happening next week. Next Wednesday night, there's a show, but we're doing this show on his channel.
Heck yeah.
I mean, I'm talking about it's his show. He's the host, but instead of doing it here because me and him are talking like, hey, I want to do one during the week. I'm like, hey, Wednesday night, instead of me doing it on here, let's do the show on your channel. He's like, yeah. So there's a show next Wednesday, but it's gonna be on his channel.
Heck yeah, man. And his channel's bumping. And he has sweet merch too. I just saw like a sweet little collage album of people wearing his shirts and then also mugs. So hit up his Teespring as well.
Yeah. He had he did a show, but he had the 3 witches on there. Bree, I forgot the alien girl, the UFO girl, I forget her name.
Amy.
Amy. And he had the other person that writes books. And that was a kick-ass show. That was like, it's like that person next to him. What's that name? The last person you said?
Lynn.
Man, talk about the books and stuff. Like that person's got some information. That person was just shooting out information. Like
every morning while you're sleeping, on the West Coast, she does a morning show on Rebellious Ufology, and she does a schedule about all the shows. And every morning I type Paranormal Highway, 2 p.m. And because she, everybody else has like a set one, but me and you, we fluctuate. So I don't hold her to it because it is different every time. Only me and you know, and that's the beauty of it.
Here's a recommendation. He said Disney.
Cheryl Costa. Okay, I didn't. I thought he was talking about Alien Girl 11. Sorry.
Now, Spooky wrote Disney Cali is like a 2-day thing. Now, here's a recommendation, and I know this is a lot more money, and I know this. If you go to Disneyland, and of course you don't live in Anaheim and all that, you really want to stay at the Disney Hotel. And I know it's more money, and I'll tell you guys why. You get fucking tired walking. I mean, I swear to God, you get tired walking. The Disney hotels are closed. You could go back and rest, go right back in the park. Neighborhood hotels, you got to get in buses and all that during the day. It's freaking rough.
Stressful.
And I'm telling you, the extra money to stay at a Disney hotel, he agreed. It's so worth it just because of the walk. because it's because Disney Hotel is right there. They actually got 3 hotels. They got the California like mountain kind of looking one. That's very expensive. And then they got Disney Hotel, it's like the second tier one, and they got one called Paradise. The second tier called Disney Hotel, my opinion, guys, my opinion, is the best one. You're right there, you're close because it's connected to downtown and all that. And then oh yeah, you could drink. There's an alcohol place you could drink in the California park where you could get margaritas. The only place in Disneyland park you could get an alcohol is the bar in Star Wars Land.
Star Wars park.
Let me tell you guys this. Hold on. Let me show you this. I mean, yes. I showed this before. In the bar, we got 2 drinks. We got the cup, the souvenir cups for the drinks.
Yeah, those are sick.
I don't know. I forget what the name of the drink was. But the drink, when you drink it, your lips goes numb. It does. And when they gave it to you, they give you the warning and they tell you, do not don't get that up your nose, because there was a lady who drank it. She was so numb, she didn't realize she puked on herself because it got in, because it numbs you. I don't know what they do. They put in it, but it's kind of fucking awesome because your mouth goes numb. And the table they sat us with, my wife's like, oh my God, you're in heaven. Because there's another nerd guy and we were just talking it up. My wife's just like watching 2 nerd guys. He's from San Diego. We're talking about Fresno, or, we're there on good terms. We're happy. And that's what these like cons, like when you go to a Bigfoot con or Comic-Con, talking with people of the stuff you love. Oh yeah, blue milk or gold milk. Yes, the milk. There's 2 color milks. And
Cowboy said he's gonna take that money and buy a FLIR. Cowboy, I just got this thermal vision camera. I'm really pumped to get some footage. I should go out tonight. I keep yawning. I'm gonna be in bed in 12 minutes.
This is where they could get Star Wars milk. They put it in this, and of course, what's cool is at nighttime when it's blue milk or green milk, you can light it up at night.
Oh, that is really cool.
So this is cool, and this is what it looks like. This is where you can buy you can buy regular cup, but these are like souvenir cups.
Heck yeah!
And I try to remember the blue or green. What one tastes better? One actually does taste better than the other. I forgot what color milk tastes better. Bantam milk. Yeah, that's Bantam milk. Yeah, I kind of like this. I keep my toys. That's how I keep these cups, because it's actually not a bad cup, and it's got like, you can say that those are Bigfoots, but of course that's an Ewok and a.
Yeah, I'd say an Ewok is either a little Bigfoot or a Puckwudgie. It's definitely a cryptid creature or a little person, and that really opens the door.
Squatch Cowboy asked you a question. He wrote, how much was that?
It was like $130, so it's definitely a cheap one. I think it was on sale, so it's like maybe $150 or $200, but really cheap. We were using one that was $4,000 at Mayaka, so I'm gonna use this one just so I feel even more comfortable walking at night. And just maybe I have a chance at getting some footage. But yeah, I know there's some really next level ones, and Cowboy, you have a little bit more funds than me. You've been in the game a little longer. But Cowboy, much support here from Gypsy Road and the Paranormal Highway. You already saw what I had to say yesterday. You were nothing but great vibes at the Tennessee Squatch Out. You hiked up a mountain with Mogollon Monster, and you went down the river with me. You and I were the first ones awake, and we had a 5-star dinner with some drinks. We were never belligerent. We were with a recovering alcoholic that had no problems with us. So we were the life of the party, and we can't let people's insecurities leak over to us. So don't sweat it, Cowboy. because we all know that you are good vibes and that you push us forward. And yeah, more money, man. I lived out of my car. I eat syrup sandwiches, brother. But that's the beauty of it. I'm outside of many circles, and financial security and Bigfoot hunting really don't go hand in hand. But I'm choose Bigfoot hunting any day of the week.
Yeah, Spooky. Like I said, the best thing about these sabers are you can change crystals. Like I said, like that's red. And if I wanted to. Hopefully I don't fuck it up when I put it back on. You take it apart. That's the battery. And then you got to take this apart. And then you take this off. And then you can see there's a red crystal.
Wow.
Okay, so you remove the red crystal. And then of course, this is the green one. You can tell it's green because it's camouflage. Then you replace it. And there's different colors you could buy, too. You could get yellow ones. The black crystal is like almost impossible to get. Sometimes.
Did you know that Tupac was going to play Mace Windu?
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was like a rumor. How far did we get in those Easter egg facts? Like 4, and then we got on side tangents. Oh, I know. It's just so funny. That just shows that, you have tons of information on Star Wars. Like, I love the movies. I've seen them all. But I'm so all over the place with movies that you know so much detail to it. It's impressive. But like you said, that was your first movie you've ever been to. Mine was episode 1. It only hooked me a little bit. Well, my first Star Wars movie was episode 1. It wasn't my very first one.
I fucked it up. I must have not did the crystal right.
What other color crystals do they have?
They have yellow. You can buy purple. The black one is the hardest one to get to make a black saber. But I wonder why it's so weird. How come I can't?
So, who uses a black saber in the Star Wars universe?
Well, the black saber is the Mandalorians had that a black saber. If you remember, whoever in the Mandalorian, whoever has the black saber leads the Mandalorians.
Oh, okay.
A special one, and then Ahsoka. She has white.
I'm excited for her show.
Let me see here.
Who has blue?
Well, remember, Luke Skywalker in the first 2 movies was a blue lightsaber.
Is he the only one with the blue? Like, does that represent something?
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Okay.
And then in the Return of the Jedi is when he built his own lightsaber. Because remember, he loses his lightsaber when he gets his hand cut off.
Mm-hmm. We had a blue lightsaber at the store. That's what I was just wondering. Of course, my favorite is the double-sided red. I had one of those, the cheap plastic ones.
Why?
But Darth Maul was the coolest.
Oh, I had it on the wrong side. Okay. And then, let me see if I did this right now. Come on, let me get this in here. I would think I'm an expert by now. Let me see. Let's see.
That's cool. She uses white because she purified the crystal.
Oh, because it's the green screen, you can't really see it. But now it's green color.
Oh, that looks cool, though. Yeah, you can kind of see it. It doesn't blend into like anything else green. Wow.
Yeah. And what's cool is if I buy the different color ones and put it in this, you know how I play this sometimes and it has like recorded voices?
Different voices.
There's recorded voices for every color.
Yeah, you would unlock new ones. So right in there, it's waiting to be heard. That's crazy. That's really cool. Like, I wonder if anything in my house like is waiting to be heard. And all the second DVDs are like, yeah, special features, deleted scenes. Come on.
Yeah, and these are, and and the crystals. I am going to get more, but they're like $30 and above. I'm not like outrageous. I mean, you could buy like plastic crystals, or you can actually buy $100 like real crystals.
And do the plastic crystals still trigger the other words?
They'll do the same. They'll do the same.
Okay,
But
that's cool at least.
And you could buy those on Amazon and stuff. And the thing is, these parts are metal. So I mean, these aren't plastic.
Oh, we can hear it. We can see it. It's heavy duty.
Yeah, it's plastic.
Was there any ever plans for a Wookiee TV show or anything? Because I just want to see more of them. That's what I really liked about Solo.
They should, I mean,
yeah.
Let me see. I mean, they should. I mean, why not? You could do it. Try to rebuild, maybe build one, because remember, the Wookiee land got destroyed. With them rebuilding their lands again and all that, and finding other creatures. I mean, think about that. You could do almost your own Last Kingdom, Games of Thrones with Wookiees, right? Because they got to rebuild, cool. And then you're fighting people not from your own planet, from other planets.
Right.
I mean, that would be a pretty kick-ass show. So, I mean, I wonder. So, did everybody in the chat? Do you guys mind the nerd talk tonight?
Yeah, I think definitely a lot of the nerds stayed with us tonight, so it was really cool to see. It would have been fun to have some of them pop in and chop it up, but I think the Paranormal Highway definitely ruffled some feathers this past week, so maybe people are a little scared of us over here right now. But no, I think tonight was fun, and it was really fun at the comic book store today. Just talk about Star Wars with everybody.
Yeah, I wonder if people in the chat like, what are they talking about? One day. So I heard. I think you were in the chat on their Matt's channel, Supernatural Spectrum. So you're out the next couple of days. So are you going on a project? Are you going out some searching?
Yeah, I just going. I'm off like the next 5 days, so I'm gonna be busy. But tomorrow I actually have a interview with a newspaper, so I'm super pumped for that. So it's the Port St. Joe something with newspaper, because Panhandle Pirates. It's all about the Florida Panhandle. So hopefully they do a cool write-up on me, and maybe I'll be front page or something. So that'll be pretty exciting. And it'll be cool talking about the Pensacola Serpent and all the haunted stuff along the coast. But it will also be fun talking about Zillafoot and then, bragging about my TikTok to them and stuff. Just because small towns, when you hear the crazy numbers that my page is generating, it's mind blowing. It's still mind blowing to me. I posted a little picture, celebrating 75,000 yesterday. I'm already at 76,000 because one of my videos got 300,000 views overnight. It's crazy, man. Once you get in that algorithm, it starts generating. It's really cool. But man, yeah, I'm really excited about tomorrow, the newspaper interview, and then I'm just gonna explore and adventure and film and create memories and just try to share it with you. And I just want to say much respect to Susan. You are a member on my channel and over here. Thank you so much, because it really goes a long way. And everybody else that's along with this journey. You guys are family, and you guys know who you are. That's for sure.
And then, guys, so tomorrow, God, I'm so busy in the morning. Actually, I can't do a 10 a.m. show because I gotta do some things in the morning. So what I'm probably gonna do tomorrow, guys, is 12 o'clock Pacific time. I'll probably just gonna. It won't be a world news because I have nothing got set up. It's gonna take a bit. But what I will do is I'll actually come at 12 o'clock and do Star Wars readings.
Heck yeah.
You know, Spooky Morales has joined the channel, and I never gave him a reading. So tomorrow, guys, around noon, you know, I won't be here, but the Jedi Sith Lord will be here, and we'll do 45 minutes of peer readings for people, you know, and you don't have to donate tomorrow. Just, you know, come in because I want to do a show tomorrow, but I have nothing prepared.
No, it's all right. Now that you got the Oracle readings, that opens up a whole nother, you know, type of video over here on Paranormal Highway. And Flat Rock asked if I'm going to be on Spaced Out Radio Sunday. And the answer is
right.
Yes, sir. I'm super excited. I'm not sure the time, but it is definitely going to be a late show. I'm going to be with Jessica Jones, the Cryptid Huntress. It's going to be her second show on Spaced Out Radio. Her first one's going to be Saturday night, so try to be there to show some support for sure. But, man, it's going to be so legendary Sunday because me and Jess chop it up. We've researched the same areas. She's friends with a bunch of my favorite rappers. Like, the world is so small and connected. It is so awesome. When you really spread your wings, just this world provides. It provides and provides. Just real quick, I want to shout out my books. Please purchase my books on Amazon so I have gas money. Eerie Swamps, Road Trip to Eden, and Big Brother Bigfoot. Panhandle Pirates is coming out soon. Monsters and Mysteries just came out recently. So I'm really excited. And then my 5th book will be coming out soon. I'm fighting for Author of the Year, Bigfooter of the Year, Actor of the Year, Script Writer of the Year. That's why I actually printed out a couple of my scripts real quick. Just want to show them off. I had a productive day this morning at work, so I was like, you know what, printing duties, I got to see it on paper. So right here I have Eternal Siren, written by Connor Flynn. This is a mermaid script. And then this one is called Southern Shamrock. And this one is a leprechaun script. And I see Too Much Information's doing super stickers, and he's a member at the channel. So it's fam.
Yeah. And tomorrow I'll give you another reading, Too Much Information. Like I said, I'll give. And then I know Spooky was asking, can I join us tomorrow for a little bit? And tomorrow I really will try to do my best. There's something. My wife has some. She had some pain that was going on with the mouth stuff. So she had some things she had to go today and tomorrow morning. So I'll do my best. And what sucks is with her mouth was hurting with the procedure within her same company. She also has a job interview tomorrow. It's like the worst of luck. Like when I had an interview, I had the flu, and then she has to go see like a root canal and all that kind of stuff. And then, you know, you got to go do an interview with oh my God, I feel so bad for her and all that. But yeah, I'll always do my best. I love, because what he's talking about is Chad Smith Podcast does their show Thursday and Tuesday starting 7 a.m. Pacific time to about 2 hours and a half in the morning. And that's kind of cool because it's nice to know there's a show right off in the morning. You know what I mean? I always like playing like 10:30 for my show because I like, you know, have a show throughout the day. It's kind of cool to have that. Well, actually on Thursday, I usually keep it at 12 on Thursdays lately because I know Texas and them do their show at 10. And, you know, everybody likes to go here. I always try to pin it.
Yeah, and, you know, when you put yours at 12, that way the Chad Smith gang can go right over. If it's at 12:30, 30 minutes is a long time. You know, you're going to lose some people for sure in that amount of time. And you're not going to have everybody, you know, either way. But yeah, I like when it's directly behind it. I love when I'm alone at work on like a Tuesday or Thursday. So that way I get Chad Smith's show and maybe I can pop in that. And then also your show, of course. And yeah, it's amazing. But hopefully soon my show will be starting up on my channel. My main producer, Jack McClellan, you know, the director of Void Cat stuff, said, Connor, you need a better camera, you know, because I have a Google Chromebook and it's a low quality, but I think I look fine. I'm more about like, dude, I don't have to look fine. It's the content with me, and you're gonna get tenfold.
Yeah, I know, but I know what they're talking about. I'm working on that too. So when people donate, it does help. I'm trying to get a better camera too, because sometimes, like you said, computer cameras are good, but sometimes if there's too much light on the outside, it doesn't do like autofocus when you have like a good camera. Like I said, what sucks for me is I have a nice Canon camera, but 30 minutes it automatically shuts down. Automatically shuts down. It will not go past 30 minutes. And then I have to get up and reset it. It's the only fucking model that you have to reset it.
Yeah, that's dumb. That's dumb as hell. 30 minutes. Have they not heard of podcasts?
He's writing what time? Are you talking about Chad Smith's channel? Chad Smith, they start at 7 a.m. Pacific time, if that's what you're asking. And then I think North Alabama Cryptid sent me a message that he's going to be doing a live show coming up.
Hey, and I have a Facebook group, Bigfoot Anon. Anybody that is a creator, always feel free to share your stuff in my group, and I'll like it and share it if I can too. But always feel free.
And next Wednesday, the show is going to be going on, but instead of here, we're going to be going on with Unidentified S4. That's going to be awesome. And trust me, Anthony, I'll try to make sure that I don't take over as the host, like I kind of did on the Texas channel.
Anthony got kicked off Twitter, suspended off Twitter because his daughter spotted a UFO. That's against the rules nowadays.
Really?
Weird. Yeah. He's just fighting for a right, man. Fighting for a right to party, and they fucking take him down.
It kind of sounds like when first time I'm going live with TikTok, and I get suspended. And I'm like,
I know that threw a funk in your bunch too, because you haven't been consistently going back on. Yeah.
So guys, I'll end the show tonight with kind of an intro I'm trying to create together for the card reading. Since there's Star Wars clips in it, I think that's the right kind of ending for tonight. So guys, we'll see you later.
I can feel your anger. It gives you focus, makes you stronger.
With my gifts of the dark side and the light side, I will be able to predict the past, present, and future.
No. It's not true. That's impossible.
That boy is our last hope.
No more training do you require. Already know you.